Hello everyone, this is Red with Red Dragon Leo, and it is Tuesday night, the day before QE2, the Fed's meeting, the announcement that everybody's waiting for. Today's election day. I went and voted, tried to find anybody that ran for the Tea Party and just filled it in, voted for them. The hell with the Republicans and Democrats both. They're both crooks. So I don't know. I did vote for some independents, and hopefully, we'll get some change. Hard to say. Voting seems to be pretty much worthless the way it's set up right now. If they let it be actually a real free market and people could actually vote and their votes counted as basically all together, and we didn't have these electoral votes for states that won, where it's more of a game of chess, and we're kings and queens and bishops, and certain states outrank other states. Throw all that crap out the window. Let's just go straight with every pawn is equal, and every vote counts. But anyway, I'm going to go over the market here briefly, but there's really not a lot to say. We had an update today. As you can tell, we did break out of this range that we've been in for, 6 days straight. We did break out of it. And we didn't put any more spinning tops, topping tails, dojis, whatever you want to call these candles. And we're done with that. We popped up. So now we're going to go up a little higher. And yes, I do think we're going to come close to that 1200. I don't know. How far. Maybe we won't. Maybe we'll just go up here tomorrow and just roll right over it. But I think something big is going to happen here after this 215 meeting. I don't know what. I think that anybody that takes a chance and goes short ahead of this meeting, I think the odds are really strong in their favor of it turning down. Even though the charts say we should turn up. As you can see here, right down here on the histogram bars, and down here they have rolled back up and look like they want to go up. But don't buy into that. That's not the whole story. Yeah, it's possible. Maybe we could go up for another day or two. I guess it's possible. But I really think that the high will probably be in tomorrow, especially if we pop up here and hit this 1200, and it definitely if we hit 1215. If we pop up and hit 1215, as long as it has been since we have hit it, the odds of not having a multi-day pullback are very, very slim. Anytime you are away from a level that long and you come back to it, and that was back in April, and here it is November, 5 months. You're 5 months away. If you're that long away from a major top like that, when you hit it, you're going to pull back. I mean, that's just, odds are very, very strong that that's going to happen. But trying to call the market really, is not my specialty. A lot of other great chartists out there that have a lot of good information, like the Chart Pattern Guy and Ron Walker, and I know a lot of you guys visit his site. I use his charts. He's a good chartist. Also Cobra too. Cobra's a good guy. I really like Cobra a lot. And you can go over here and read his stuff too. But everything that he has been saying here in all of his posts says the same thing. We're so close to just falling off a cliff. That's unreal. When you read his stuff about the amount of insiders, smart money, that are already short. That was on one of his previous posts, but I think, well, he did talk about it right here. Commercial smart money holds record high short positions against the NASDAQ. Insider selling keeps increasing. There's all kinds of reasons saying that we are going to go down. But tomorrow, that does not mean that this thing won't pop up a little bit on this announcement of the Feds. and the quantitative easing too. I don't know how much. I don't know, but certainly if it makes it up to 12.15, that's a great shorting opportunity in my opinion. The daily is the only one that seems to be rolling back up. The rest of them are all ready to just crash and die. Let's see here. Look at the 60. You can see back on Sunday when I said that Monday we should roll over and then recycle back up and run back up into the close. It did just the opposite. It's like every time I say that, I swear it's like they just watch my videos and say, well, we're going to do the opposite of what you do. Whereas this chart here on the 60 looked top. It looked like, I think I'd counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lower towers indicating negative divergence that we should have rolled over right at that point. And instead, what they do, they gap it up right to that level that I said that they were going to hit, that I thought that they might hit, which was 1196. I called, two levels there, the 1196 and also the 1215. I didn't know which one it's going to hit, but obviously they did go hit this, and then they rolled over it. and then of course today they didn't even go into negative territory, but one teeny little bar. Then they just popped it right back up. This light volume, they're just keeping it up, keeping it up, keeping it up. So that was obviously a bear trap, and of course most of you knew to stay out of that, unless you were just day trading. But I mean, as far as getting your position trade, I think tomorrow is going to be the day to do it. We could have looked at the 30-minute. The same thing happened on the 30-minute. It looked like it was ready to roll over there when I did my weekend post, and then just the opposite happened. Instead of it rolling over and coming back up, I thought it was going to roll over and come down here and hit this, and then come back up. We did the opposite. We went up to the target where I thought we was going to hit. Then we come back down, and we didn't quite make the lower target. That support line was very, very important, and so it held there. So as you can see here, once again, we are majorly ready to roll over and die on the 30-minute, and same thing here on the 60-minute. But you can't expect this to happen with 15. Though looks like it can it can turn back up. It's kind of getting pretty deep on the stochastics here. It can roll back up at any time. So, and then plus this move up and sideways consolidation is a bear flag. Bull flag. And then plus it's the election. So I calling it for tomorrow is just worthless. Okay, so I'm not even going to get into that. It's just basically by 2:15 something big is going to happen after that happens. So I want to go over some stuff here with you. I want to go over Project Avalon Forum, a post here by Ben Fulford, his latest post. As you know, I read a lot about his post, and David Wilcox commented on this particular post as well. This is Ben's latest post, and you can see this, by the way, on my site if you go to of course you already know the Ben Fulford site. This is his site. I don't know if it's a Japanese site that's in English or what. I don't know, but this is one of his sites, and there are several of them out there that's got his stuff posted on it besides his own. So, and then here's the Project Camelot portal. And there's a link to Project Avalon, but they are also on my website. Of course, if you go to well, I can't believe I didn't put that on there for social networks. Project Avalon. I'll be darned. I'll have to add that. Okay. Sorry about that. But there's Ben Fulford's site, and Project Camelot is in there as well somewhere. There it is. So again, you can go to Project Camelot, and then once you're there, of course, just click on Project Avalon right there. Their forum. Well, let me jump here a second, go over here to the Spiral Guys chart. He did have yesterday and today as a major turn date. Right here, which looks like the first through the third, or anywhere between 3.5 and 4. So that's some important turning dates right there. Sometimes they're off by a day or two, but his link is also on my site as well, so you can go check it out. Okay, back to what Ben Fulford was saying. They are talking about another false flag, a once in a 300-year type event over the coming 2 months that suggests that people stock up on food, that there will be total breakdown of law and order, and this is stuff that the people inside the Pentagon and the MI6 have been giving that type of information to Ben Fulford, and he has been, posting it. Some say that his information is flawed and that he has been intentionally fed disinformation, and that's possible. I don't think Ben himself is a bad guy. I think he's doing the best he can, but that doesn't mean that some of the information is not accurate. But there's other sources besides this. If you read this post here, and I'll put a link to this on my site, this very one right here, but it talks about basically that it starts the day after the election. They have a window of time that they have to get this stuff happening, and here it is. The sources say it's based upon windows, not dates, and that this window of time starts right after the election. So that's some scary stuff. That's tomorrow, as I'm doing it. Well, today's the election, so that's tomorrow, probably after the after the 2:15 meeting, the Fed meeting. So that window begins after the election tomorrow, and it's a 6-month window that all hell's going to break loose. They're going to try to start World War III, basically. I will put this link for you to read it. The other one that I wanted you guys to read as well, again, this is all talking about a false flag. So you got Ben Fulford here talking about a false flag from his sources. You got David Wilcox, who is also talking about a false flag from his sources, different sources now. And then here on this link, I did put a link to this, the Waterman Files. You definitely want to listen to this. It's about 2 hours long. I also put it on my blog for you to download. But basically, they are talking about the same thing. Now, this is all based upon talk from the supercomputers that read the web. There's supercomputers out there they used to read the web. And basically, this Waterman Files, from what I understand of it, is that it was originally done for investment groups to give people investment advice, and so they used supercomputers to scan the internet and listen to certain keywords and put that stuff together and draw conclusions from it. It is very accurate, and it points to November the 8th through November the 11th, next week. Major stuff that could happen during this time period. A lot of stuff pointing to it, and it all basically boils down to a false flag. Another false flag that's going to be, I don't know, I believe they said 100 times or 10 times or 100 times, maybe 1,000 times more damaging than 9/11. So that to me links back to what I had posted some time back earlier this year about some nuclear suitcase bombs being smuggled into Japan, and so maybe they're planning on letting one of these off. Maybe they are planning on using that to start a war. When you go back here to Ben Fulford's comments, he talks about that they are going to try to get Afghanistan, I believe, and let's see, where was it? Afghanistan and Iran, I believe. No, Afghanistan. They're trying to get them to go to war. Again, I'll let you read this yourself. I'm running out of time here, but I'm gonna put these links up. It's definitely worth your time to download this from my site or download it from their site and listen to it, folks, before this weekend. I think the crap's going to hit the fan. Good luck, everyone.